I've been hearing a lot of talk on the radio mostly concerning this thing called AI, or artificial intelligence. And the thing is that I've been hearing about the coming of what I believe is the antichrist system for years. And most Christians have. We read about it in Revelation, how that there's going to come a time when there's a system that I do believe it's all computerized, and it all does sit around computers. And of course now they're talking about the artificial intelligence and how that it's going to be able to literally control lives in such a way that we won't have a lot of choice about things. Which brings me to Revelation chapter 14, verse number 9. If any man, it says, worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, they shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God. And as you begin to read the scriptures in Revelation, it talks about that being able to buy or sell. You won't be able to do it without this insignia, either on your forehead or on your forearm, which talks about the allegiance and alliance to this economic system. Now, go back 50 years maybe, and you say, well, that would have been a stretch to believe that. But now in the day and age in which we're living, it's already reality. We've all gone to the convenience store only to find the little note on the door saying our systems are down, which means they can't sell gas, they can't sell food. So we understand how we're already there. And of course, there's so many things that we've already allowed ourselves to become a part of, and it's just part of the life in which we live in the day and age that we are now currently living. But now when it comes down to the point to where you have to sign the allegiance to this power, which we know Scripture refers to as Antichrist. I'm sure he'll have a totally different name when it all happens. Question is, will we allow ourselves to be a part of that? Or will we take the stance, no, I'm not. Now, I am of the belief, and we talk about this age as being the tribulation period. And I believe that what's going to usher in the tribulation period is when God calls the church out. And that's the way I understand Scripture, and this is the way I've taught Scripture, that God's going to literally, there's going to be an uptaking of Christians all over the world. And it's interesting that you don't hear that a lot in the day and age in which we're living. But it's all in the Scripture. He talks about two men going up the hill, one is taking, the other's left, two men lying in a bed, and one is taken, one is left. Scripture talks all about this thing. But for those who are not a part of that taking up, they're going to live through this. And you read the Revelation, you read what the Scripture tells us about this economic system, that you will not be able to participate in it without becoming aligned with the Antichrist system. It's something to think about. Remember, the Scripture says, look up, for your redemption draweth nigh. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.